Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a compilation video of the 3 reviews that I did for the 3 Wish sets, as well as just sort of a retrospective of, now that I've seen the movie, how well did the sets do. And I guess I'll say up front, I feel like after seeing the movie, I have much more of an appreciation for some of the characters, for some of the minor details throughout these things. I really, really love that castle so much more now after watching it. So let's go ahead, let's go through. If you want to check out the chapters, you can go hop around to each of the reviews, and at the end we're gonna come back and look at the sets together as a whole after seeing it. This is set number 43223, Asha in the city of Rosas, and this is going to be retailing for $19.99 USD or $24.99 Canadian, beginning on October the 1st, but this was sent to me early by Lego/Land to do a review for. So you can see all the characters up there on the top, and just spinning it around here, you can see we've got the back of the box, which you'll see, of course, the back of the building in detail in a bit. If you want to hop around to the different chapters, they are linked down below, but let's go ahead and let's take a closer look at this set. So here is the main build. It's a little market build, and I really like the look of this. I'm not entirely sure if this can be connected to the big palace set, but it definitely, you could have it outside and it will fit right in here. But yeah, there's a lot to sort of go through and show you the little details here in this set. So let's go through it. So starting over here, we've got this gorgeous archway, and I love the part usages here for that and how that looks. I don't know, I'm not a fan that it's not connected, so just the slightest little movements makes the arches come apart. But other than that, I think they look pretty great overall. I really love this printed piece there. I believe that's like the symbol there for the city. It looks great, and I like how the one there in the center is also sticking out a bit. That looks kind of cool. So the idea behind this, I believe, is that you've got this little cart, and Asha is actually going to be like going through and shopping. So as you go through here, you get the pumpkin, you pull out the carrot, and then in behind here in these crates, we've got a couple of other things. We've got the apple there, as well as this cool build for the grapes. So yeah, you fill the cart and with a bunch of fruits and vegetables as you go through and shop through the market. In behind there, we've got this really cool, that is actually a print there. We've got like a window, a couple of other things hanging from the ceiling, like a cage. That's pretty cool. A potted plant on like a windowsill there, whatever, and a bunch of musical instruments. So yeah, that's kind of cool. The crates, you've got some really cool carpet designs there. You could see this purple one there, that is actually a sticker, and then you've got this red one here, which looks neat. I'm not sure if these are like specific references to anything, but I don't know, the colors and everything here remind me of Moana. But you do have the symbol there. Again, you can line it up with that piece there. You can see the city symbol, and then you've got this blue carpet there as well. And you've got a couple of different pottery things. You've got a bowl as well as some cups, and you've got some just bottles there on the stairs as you go on up. I like the different greenery there that's growing with the teal leaves with the white flowers. That looks really cool how that's attached there, and how it's hanging down. And at the top, you've got I don't know, a little, I don't even know what to call that, little spot for like a bird or something, or it's just like a little design there, or it's just a decorative part there of the balcony rail. But you've got a couple of other little flowers growing up top there, and also didn't mention this before, but the teal roof looks great with a couple of the little tiles here, just adding a bit of texture there. That looks really awesome as well. And then here, this tree, it's quite interesting how they've achieved this. So they've got 3 large leaf pieces there, and they're actually attached to a hot dog piece. And so yeah, that just gives a bunch of different angles to the leaves and everything. That's kind of cool. And down below, this is what the base of the tree looks like. Got a couple of leaves there on the floor, as well as this hidden pillar underneath, and some flowers there as well. But let's walk on through this door, shall we? It's a double door there, and you've got the studs to help you open that on up. And you've got studs on both sides of the door there. And then on the other side of the wall, we have a couple of different things hanging, whether they're carpets or other tapestry there with the same similar patterns that you saw from before. But that is, of course, a sticker. You've got a little throw pillow there on the floor, as well as a couple of different treats. And you've got a teacup there on this little plate. So you can take Asha there and have her sitting down on the pillow. And, or of course, you've got a bunch of room here on those studs for her to be standing. So you saw this cart being used before. I filled it up with all the fruits and veggies, and you can have Asha actually grab onto the handle here and push it forward. So like you saw before with all the fruits, but you can also go ahead and take the characters, and you are meant to be able to put them inside of here as well if you wanted to. And then you can also put, they showed it in some of the pictures, you could put the flag there. So yeah, the wheels spin and everything, small little build. Here is Asha, and she looks really great here. She's got this flag as her accessory, which is half purple, half tan, and it's got the same symbol we've been talking about this whole video inside there with a little bit of red and dark red for that. That looks great. But the mini doll itself is very detailed. Like, I love the dress printing down there. Looks great. And even here, like the shoulders and everything, how she's got a necklace and all of that is just super, super detailed. The new hairpiece there is pretty cool as well. You can see how that looks there. And spinning it around, she's even got some back torso printing there. And unlike minifigures, the printing can actually go around the sides of the torso and even underneath the arms. So that's pretty cool how that looks there. And the face, she's got a smiling expression. And here is Valentino. You all wanted a goat? Well, here you go. It's not quite the goat that people have been wanting, but still, nonetheless, we've got a little goat. And yeah, he's pretty cute looking. Look at the little face there and a little jumper that he's wearing as well. And just taking him off the studs there, you can see how he attaches there and how he's got the jumper all the way underneath him as well. Pretty cute. And here is Star, and a lot of people are hoping this piece is used for little Lumas for Super Mario, but pretty cute little piece that they've created here. The face, the little winky face there has like a star print. The smile's cute, and it's on a bunch of these transparent pieces to have it flying around. But if you wanted to as well, you could put the star in Asha's hand. Well, there you have it, everyone. That is my review of the new Disney Wish set, Asha in the City of Rosas. I think that overall, it's a pretty great set. I think that the build for this is a lot of fun. I think that tree is really great. That part usage is awesome, and just all the colors and everything here as well. But more importantly, I think that the minifigures and the characters here, I guess none of them are minifigures or mini dolls, but the fact that you are able to get the three sort of main characters here in such a cheap set is going to interest a lot of people. Like if they just want to get Asha and maybe they want to just get the new star piece, the new goat piece, it's here. Set number 43231. This is Asha's Cottage, and this will be retailing for $49.99 USD or $64.99 Canadian, beginning on October the 1st, and was sent to me early by Lego/Land to do a review for. And I'm pretty excited to take a look at this one and see how this cottage stacks up with all of the mini dolls, specifically this one, which has been memed about a lot. But let's take a closer look at this set. So here's the cottage, and I really love the shape of this. I think that the structure of this, some of the part usages here is really great. Just the color of the roof as well. It's giving me very Snow White vibes, which I'm sure is probably very deliberate since this is such a special story, I guess, that they're telling, and it's an anniversary year for Disney and all that. So yeah, I think that this is really great. I think that the size of this is very impressive, and it actually has some play features to open up, as you'll see, so you can get access to some of the different rooms. But let's go ahead and let's take a closer look at the actual building here. So here is the ground floor of the cottage. I really love these pieces here. You're going to see that used throughout the whole build. They look great to create these little arches. I really like the front entrance here, how you've got a bit of a gap there in between, as well as the flowers out here in the front. Having these pieces actually attached to that little stem is really smart. And you could see over here on this side, I really like the color of the roof there, like I said before, but these claw teeth pieces here being used is really great to create that effect, as well as here you've got these tooth pieces actually on an angle to sort of cover up a bit of the roof. That's great. And yeah, I really like over here on the front, you've got some stickered pieces there to create this sort of rock pattern, and that lines up really well with all the gaps and everything. You've also got this. This is actually a 2x3 printed piece here for the little windows there, the covers. That looks great with the wood design and everything. So yeah, those are printed pieces, and you get 4 of them because you'll see them on the other side. And you've got a smaller little piece here again for that rock pattern. I think this wall maybe could have used a little bit of detail or something, but that's fine. This tree, I really like the design of that and the arch that they've got with this curved piece there, as well as all the different leaves, the colors and all that. And I didn't mention this before, this piece was actually introduced from Mario earlier this year in the summer. And over here, you've got a simpler, like exact same design that was on the other side, just no tree over here. But that means that you've got 2 of these pieces here being used to create that pattern. And again, it continues really well. And I really like this little, the windows looks great. So up here on the top floor, you could see that we've got a bit of a window there, as well as this chimney you're going to see from the inside, but there is actually a rock sticker. There's 2 more of that you'll see in a bit, but the shaping here, the arch piece there, that's kind of interesting. But I love these parts here, again, being used to sort of prop up this part of the building. Same here, and this is actually, like, I like how it's curved, and you actually angle this piece here so that it is on an angle sort of running up against this curved piece, the transparent piece there. That is actually a print, that's not a sticker. And yeah, that's kind of interesting that they printed that onto a transparent piece, so you've got a little bit of a window. I like the little bit of the leaves here with the flowers, again, sort of like the tree that you saw from down below. And then over here, it's just the same sort of design, except there's no chimney on this side. You do have a bit of the tooth pieces there being used for like the hay or whatever for the top. And the top here, I think it could have used maybe, you know, 1 more or 2 more little slice pieces there to just cover up a bit of that. But overall, I really like the design here of the outside of the cottage. It looks great, the colors and everything overall, and all the arches, really great. Anyways, now that you've seen the exterior, let's go on in, take a look at the interior. All right, so down here on the ground floor, you've got these stickers here on those plates so that you can go ahead and actually have your mini dolls sitting down sort of on them so that they can sit around at the table here. And it doesn't quite work. There we go. They sort of have to sit up a bit because of the hair pieces. But yeah, they're sitting around the table there. And the designs of those are pretty cool. I like the design for that. Those are all stickers. And then you've got this table here, which has some sort of dessert, sort of making a smiley face there with some oranges, I think, and some other fruits. And you've got 2 little cups there as well. I actually need to keep this removed so that you could see you've got this carpet design there on the floor, which is, that is a sticker. And the center piece there, that is actually the symbol used, I believe, in that's the city's symbol that you'll see up here in a couple of the different sets, as well as a print in a second here. But just backing out a bit, you do have 2 little transparent, glittery purple lanterns here that are hanging from the wall. Over here, we've got a table with a teapot, which you can easily remove, and it's got this sort of pastry piece there being used for the top of that. You've also got 2 other little bottles of something. I'm not too sure what those are. The table build is quite interesting with the dark orange there, but this is one of my favorite bits of the entire set. This fireplace is so cool, or it's a furnace, but the fact that we've got the printed piece from the other sets is great here, again with that symbol there. But inside you've got this sloped piece, but it's just how this was built. It's just really remarkable, the angles and everything that they've done here. Like the piece that's attached to isn't even connected to anything down below. It's connected from above. The arches and everything here, the shaping of that, it's really great if you build it. But over here on the other side, you do have a frying pan included, which you can put sort of inside there of the stove. You just have to sort of hold it in place if you want. Over here, we've got a book, which this is actually a printed piece. It didn't have to be. It could have been a sticker, but that's really cool, again, with the same symbol. And when you open it on up, we've got Star and Valentino there inside on that 1x2 tile, and those are actually printed pieces, everything here. So none of that's stickered, and it just sits inside of that little container. And speaking of containers, we've got this drawer here, which has nothing inside, but this drawer does actually have, if it is removable, you've got a spoon and a fork, and you just put them on inside there. And then you've got this, it's just sort of like a cabinet facade. It does not open up. So that furnace actually continues up onto the second floor, which you could see here is actually keeping, I guess, the bedroom part of this cottage nice and warm and toasty up at the top. We've got this sticker there on the wall that has that same, again, the flower design. And then over here as well, we've got some sort of sketch or something pinned up on the wall there about Asha. You've got a little basket there with some yarn to weave, I guess, all of the different carpets and different things that you'll see. The bedspread here that you've got there, as well as another little carpet there on the floor. You've got another throw cushion there on top of that log piece that is in a bunch of sets that is actually printed. And then you've got over here a lute as well included that you can just pull off of the wall very easily. And that pattern from before on that transparent glass piece, you're actually able to, of course, see what that looks like from the other side. And you can just lie any of the mini dolls down on the bed there. Here is the well included. Again, reminding me so much of Snow White here, but I really like the design with the dark grays and the light grays, the arch piece there, even that 1x5 attached to the 2x6 at the top. It's really great. But yeah, the little flowers up there at the top and the tooth rock pieces again being used here for like that sort of hay effect. You do have that sticker, like I was saying before, that's actually repeated on both sides of the well. And even like the cobblestone that it's sort of sitting on, that's a really great effect that they've created. The water is just a 2x2 flat tile in blue. And then you've got a little bucket to get water from the well as well. Here is Asha, and she's a really detailed mini doll. She's got a brand new hairpiece there, but I really love the dress printing. You could see how she's got something underneath with a really great pattern. And this torso, though, is incredible. If you look at the design there and you follow it around, it actually goes underneath the arms, which is great. And even the sort of belt, I don't know what else to call it there on the bottom, is supposed to continue on around. So that's not something that minifigures get, but it looks pretty great here on the mini doll. And you could see as well, she does actually have some printed shoes down there, but overall, great looking mini doll. And you've got a spot on the side if you want to attach like a flower or something as well. Here is Sakina, and she's got a long dress. It's very detailed there, and the torso as well. She's got like a necklace as well as a bit of a pattern. I really like the hairpiece that she's using. That looks really great. I'd love to get this in a bunch of other new colors, but yeah, this is a really great looking mini doll here. I keep meaning to call them figures, but you could see she's even got some side printing there on the torso that's right underneath the arm. Here's Sabino, and this just, once I say it, you can't unsee it, but he looks like Palpatine. The expression here, the eye color, the hair, and all that, minus the little goatee there. If you get rid of that, it looks like Palpatine, that meme. But anyways, the torso is very detailed, looking at the detail there, and the belt does continue around around all the way onto the back of the torso. And you can see that pattern there. And of course, it would continue over here onto the other side as well. And the cape is the hard cape fabric there. It's not the thicker one there, but of course it's for mini dolls, so you can't use this for a minifigure, but it's great to get that hair piece there in white. And the sort of skirt piece there, I guess, is an interesting combination here with the dark brown boots with the dark olive leggings. And the leg design, you could see how it's like the design from the torso is coming on down, and he's got some dark brown boots, which has a little bit of like copper printing there on the boots. So that's kind of interesting. Star is also included here, which is just this adorable little new piece that's been created. A lot of people now want it for Mario, the little Lumas and everything, but yeah, it's pretty cute. I like the expression with sort of like a winking face there, the wink side with a star. The smile is really adorable, and this transparent build is included to have it flying around. Well, there you have it, everyone. That is my review of Asha's Cottage. I feel like it's missing just a little bit of something. I can't quite put my finger on it for the price. Maybe a set of stairs or something to get up to the second bit. That would be kind of cool. Set number 43224. This is King Magnifico's castle, and this will be retailing for $99.99 USD or $129.99 Canadian beginning on October the 1st. This was sent to me early by Lego/Land to do a review for, and you can see all of the characters up there at the top, and this really cool little Legoized version of Asha and the star character there. And then we've got the back of the box, which is showing off all of the details that you're going to see here in the review. So let's go ahead and let's take a closer look at this set. So here's the castle all built up, and I really love just all of the different angles that you've got going on here, with some pieces going like this, and then you've got the angle there, and then in the back, and just all of the different archways and everything that you're going to see here, all the different points. It's really great how they've turned some of the pieces and everything, and just the color scheme of this, the teal and all the little transparent pieces throughout this thing, all of the different flowers growing. It's a really cool looking castle, but you'll see on the other side, it sort of reminds me of Hogwarts, which Marcos Besa was involved in that. He was the team lead for Harry Potter for a bit that introduced this wave. Actually, I'll just show you really quickly, turning it around. So parts of this really remind me of that, as you'll see as we go through, but let's take a closer look at the exterior first. So starting down here at the entrance, I like the curved pieces here. I think that looks really nice to add to this archway that continues on up to this gorgeous print up at the top there. That is actually a print, not a sticker, with the design of all of the different flowers and everything there. That's the symbol of the city, I believe. But the door actually has 4 stickers there, so 2 on each side of this double door. And I think that that looks really great, just the pattern that they've got and the steps going up and everything here. You do have a couple archways here on the side. That's the same on the other side. But that sort of, all of these arches you're going to see repeated over here. See above this window frame, you've got the same sort of arch design and a couple of masonry bricks sticking out, as well as some flowers growing around here. You've got some flowers up above, and you've got this design here for some of the plants and different things growing. That's actually used in another set as well from the sub-theme. You've got, again, some arches up top here, as well as you can see here, we've got a thing of bread here, a baguette inside of this sand blue barrel. Over here on the other side, it's very similar. There's just no flowers here, so you've got some more masonry bricks there, and the flowers down below, that's a little bit different, but these are very similar to the other side. And then over here, you've got a pumpkin there, which again, it sort of ties into, you're sort of seeing a bit of the interior there as well. So looking a little bit higher up, again, you've got that design. You could see the whole archway there. And over here, this side of the castle, I like all of the different points. This is really cool. I love the use of that arch piece there, how it's centered, creating that little 2 divots for the window. And the same thing over here. That's a very similar design. It's a little bit different with this piece, but you can't see that from this side of the castle. And then working our way up even higher, we've got these big pieces here that are all prints. So that's nice that those aren't stickers. They didn't have to do that, and I'm glad that it worked out that way. And then up above here, this foil piece you actually bend and then attach onto the sponge that you'll see from the other side in a second. But yeah, this is quite the look with this transparent foil piece here. It's sort of tealy, like if you compare it to these points here. And I love the silver printed, and that design looks really great. Also, these pillars, I didn't say this before, but you actually rotate them. So that's how they would be if they were like fully attached to the studs. But what you do is you rotate them there so that that gap is lined up, creating this point that matches sort of up above that you'll see in a second. All right, let's go ahead and let's go through the double door here. So here's the ground floor, and nothing too interesting going on in the front part there. Again, this is what I mean by it reminds me of Harry Potter with that giant dark tan piece there with like the floor grates and everything. But moving on over to here, we've got sort of a fireplace. So you've got a pot brewing, and then you've also got this cauldron. I guess you could also make maybe potions, you could say. We've got these little cylinders. Again, that's similar to something that appears in one of the other sets. You've got one of the cups there in dark orange, sort of clay. And then over here, you've got a frying pan as well as a carving knife. So presumably for the pumpkin. But to me, I see this, I see a couple of other references here to a couple of different Disney movies you'll see as we go through this thing, at least to me. So Cinderella, Tangled, and then you could have the knife from The Little Mermaid. Over here, we've got this cake, which looks really cool. I love the design of that and how you've got the different tiers for the cake. You've got a bunch of different little pastries there as well on the sides. And then this is actually a 2x6 sticker there with that design. That's pretty detailed. Again, just a little bit of decoration there for the table or the countertop that is sitting on. And I even love, here, I'm going to remove it just to show you it up close. The actual like display, the actual like plate or whatever that this is on. I love the dish, how that's inverted upside down. That looks really cool to have this displaying this cake. And then over here, you can see the bread again. And then you've got this broom with the piece from Harry Potter there that is able to actually attach and stand up on its own. So it doesn't need to be clipped onto the wall. So here is his secret lab, and you could see this piece here. That's actually the design and the logo for, I think, the city of Rosas, and it appears in all three of the sets. So that print gets a lot of uses. But this candelabra up there on the top of the fireplace mantle, again, feels like a reference to Beauty and the Beast, but it also, obviously, you're going to find those in castles. But I love the portrait there that he's got on that 4x4 tile. That is actually a little reflective sticker there. So that's pretty neat. You can see the little flames for the fireplace. And then over here on this side, you've got some books, and that's the same sticker over here. Now, this here, it's actually a reflective sticker that you put onto this door. And what's interesting about that is they sort of teased that there was something inside of it, and there's nothing. It said like, open the door and find the secrets inside or something, but there's nothing there. So weird that they teased that on Shop at Home. Anyways, you can see I was talking about how this side's different. That's because we've got the bigger little spike, the one that's 2 studs long there. So that's attached there, and you've got some more transparent little spikes. But yeah, that's kind of disappointing. Over here on this side, you've got some sort of potion making something. I'm not too sure what's going on here, but that definitely is what that looks like over here on this side. So parts of this floor I really like, and other parts I'm a little disappointed by. Also, just before we move on any further, I want to show you that you can actually detach the sides of the building here. So if you wanted to, let's see, can you go ahead and rotate them like this? You cannot with those arches there. If you remove it though, you can sort of have the wall inverted like that, I guess, if you want to do that. And just to show you, there you go. I've inverted them. Both sides. top bit there, and it's actually interesting because it's on this curved piece there, and it fits right inside there pretty well. But yeah, let's focus on this floor here. This is a very interesting floor. You've got this reflective design on that angled part. That's pretty cool. I thought that this maybe was going to be a throne room, but it's not. It's to hold this book. And again, haven't seen the film, so I don't really know what's inside of the book. But this is a sticker. And at least the skull there, that reminds me of like the poison symbol from the skull from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. See, there's a lot going on here, I feel like. But you can pause and sort of see that there's a W and then some sort of starry thing. I'm not too sure what that is in reference to. Again, we'll just have to wait and see for the movie to release. So this is really interesting. This is, again, we showed this from before. This is called the Pyramid Dome. And I really love the angles. I didn't talk about that before, but you could see how they've accomplished that. They've got these reflective stickers on the angled pieces that are attached to that. Now it says open the Pyramid Dome, but like moving these things doesn't really do anything. So the only way to open it would be to actually remove the foil off of the points there. So again, I'm not too sure why they would necessarily have you doing that, but there you go. I've removed the dome, allowing access to these 3 minifigure heads that are just transparent blue. From the trailers, I believe these are meant to represent the different wishes from the citizens. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, nothing else too much going on up top here, but also included is this cabinet. It doesn't have like a specific spot to really store it inside of the castle, but I guess you can find somewhere, right? But anyways, you could open this up here to see inside. You've got a pie there that you can easily just lift off of the stud that it's sitting on there. And then here in the bottom level, there's nothing going on, but it looks like there's some transparent orange pieces there. So I believe that it's like still keeping warm the cabinet or something that this is cooking inside. You can see in the back, there's a little bit of like a stove sort of ventilation thing, it looks like. So let's start here with King Magnifico, Chris Pine's character, and he looks really awesome. I love this cape that you've got with the M in the center of that star design. Really awesome. The hair from Friends is really great here, being used in dark gray. The new skin color here too, I think fits the character pretty well. I really love the torso and dress printing there. That's really great. You got that little star sort of medallion going on down there. But if you lift up the arm, you can see that the printing is trying to go underneath there and wrap around here onto the back part of the torso, which is very detailed there as well. And you could see that the other side does the exact same thing. Now, I didn't talk about this before, but I guess we can now. But the inside of the cape is lined with like a cool star pattern. That's really awesome. Also, he's got a spear or some sort of scepter included. Here is Dahlia, and from the latest trailer, this is Asha's best friend. So she's got a really cool giant dress piece here with like an apron there down below, some really cool patterns down there, and her torso as well has the printing that wraps around there underneath the arms onto the back to have this little bow. She's got this sort of walking cane here as well, which is using a candlestick piece and that T piece, and then she's got the Kira hair here from Solo, but in black, and she's got some copper glasses printed on there. That looks pretty cool. So yeah, cool mini doll, I guess. So unfortunately, this is the third review. Now realizing her name is not Asha, it's Asha. So she looks great though. I think her hair color should have been black. Now looking closer at the source material, again, should have done that for the other 2 reviews, but this is the coolest and best set. And I wanted to see if there was any details from the castle that was in the trailer. Regardless though, very cool looking mini doll. The dress printing there, the torso is great. You can see the back torso there. The printing continues from the sides onto the back. So here is Star included, and you've got the transparent pieces to hold up this brand new piece here created for the little Star character. It looks great. I know a lot of people want it for Super Mario and little Lumas and everything. It's pretty adorable. I love the little winking expression there and the smile. So the Star and Asha, appear in all 3 of the sets. Well, there you have it, everyone. That is my review of King Magnifico's castle. I think this is definitely my favorite set of the wave for sure. I am a sucker for castles, and I just love the color scheme and the different architecture and the different arches and everything in this set. I think this set is definitely going to be one that is going to be remembered down the line. All right, so you've seen my 3 reviews that I recorded a long time ago before I had seen the movies, before there were multiple trailers, before I think I had even heard some of the music. And I gotta say that looking at this from afar, there's a couple of things that I noticed that I'm like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely just amazing. First of all, the well. The well has so much, you know, it's like when Star arrives, and I just have so much more of an appreciation for that. And I just want to try something here. Let's see. If I just put Star on the little plate, I should be able to put Star inside. So yeah, that's really cute that you are, of course, able to do that. Just Star plays such a big part. Obviously, Sabino, her mom, it just plays, you know, such a big part. But I will say, though, like, Mini Dolls, like, this just doesn't look like him at all. And it's not necessarily down to the prints. It's because of just heights with Mini Dolls, body shapes. It just does not work. Even the mom, they do not look like their counterparts here at all. Dahlia, she should be so much shorter than she is. I think that the hair usage and everything there, and it's cool. This is technically our first ever Doc Lego representation. Snow White, little reference there. Speaking of Snow White reference, throughout the whole film, loved all of those little references. But what's cool is that Lego actually snuck something in. May not be accurate, but you've got the poison apple symbol there. And again, I'm not sure if I said that in my review, but yeah, that's sort of our a really cool little Snow White reference. It's not what the book looked like in the film, but that's still really cool. The scepter there as well. We now know what that is, and now you need to face it forward since that's supposed to be the mirror on the front. So that's really cool. Also, really loved him. Like, really loved him. The song that I've been listening to the most after the film has been This Is the Thanks I Get. Really love that, and there's stuff inside the castle that I want to go back to. Asha, love the little flag. I love the Welcome to Rosas song. Really good, but yeah, again, that just has... This little piece has more significance to me now, having watched the film. And then you've got Valentino, who is really funny too. Really love that. Who knew my voice would be this deep? Like, I just really loved Alan Tudyk in this. So yeah, this is probably my least favorite set, if I'm being honest. But it has Valentino, and it has Star, and it has Asha. So probably the best one for you to get. But it's just small. It doesn't connect. It doesn't have anything that I'm like, oh my goodness, this is from this scene of the movie that I really need to get it. I don't know, that's just me, but it does have Valentino. The cottage, I love the well, for sure, like I said before. Oh, also, I didn't say this before, but this has so much more significance now. Wow, even just Disney lore. But the cottage itself, I love the design of it. It is absolutely gorgeous, just the whole thing, like I said before. But in terms of any scenes, I guess, like, even the lines from this wish of, they tell me to sit down, different things like that. That was the line, even he told her to sit down. So yeah, the little smile cake there, that was actually in the movie. So yeah, there's a little bit of significance on the inside here. You could say maybe this is the storybook that we're reading from. We could pretend, right? But yeah, besides that, not too much. I don't think we ever go upstairs, and if we did, it was just for the briefest of moments. But yeah, it's still a really cute playset for sure. Just not something that I'm like, oh my gosh, I need this. Versus this was just like, first of all, I love the design of this already, but seeing it, and I think that they did a great job here, just the architecture, the design, really love that tile even more and everything here. But you get so much more sense of like what's going on here that I have context for. First of all the reflections from Magnifico and the lines of I can't help it that mirrors love my face. You know, there's mirror. It's all over the place. Anyways, really love that. Just all of the portraits there you've got. Like, it just adds so much more context. Like, he can talk to himself here in the mirror. Really cool. You've got the different spots for Dahlia. There was this as well that I guess you could pretend. There's no way that they would be able to fit. But you could put Valentino in there, I guess, to sneak their way up into the office and different places, the study for Magnifico. But so yeah, you could put the book there if you want. Again, more significance having watched the movie. You've got the spot where he's brewing all those different potions. And then, of course, last but not least, you've got the spot up top here with all the wishes. And yeah, like, this is really cool. The fact that you can remove it and detach it just like in the movie and have all of the wishes go on out. Overall, I think that the movie itself, I really loved it a lot. I think listening to this wish over and over and over again before going to the film really made me love it even more. And then the reprisal, oh my gosh, wow. Yeah, brings me to tears. Even just listening to that at home, I was like, that's just so much more powerful, because I have an appreciation for, I know all the lyrics to the song, I know the words, and then for them to be all singing it together, changing the lyrics up a bit, whew, that wrecked me. But yeah, I really love the music. I enjoyed Magnifico and Asha a lot. They're just great, and all the references, Easter eggs to Snow White, Peter Pan, Bambi, Robin Hood, just, oh my goodness, so many different things. But all the Snow White ones specifically, being Disney 100 years, going back to that original movie, was just really great. Like, there was some that were a little too in your face. One of the most subtle ones that I enjoyed was the reflection of her friends on the wall, being like when the dwarves are going into the mines and different things like that. So it's the subtle references that I appreciated more than the in-your-face ones, I think. But there was just so much, like, genuinely, that I really loved about this movie. I do want to see it again. Like, legitimately, I would love to watch it again. I just have such an appreciation now for these sets. But what did you think of the movie? Be sure to subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so that you don't miss out on future Lego Disney set news and reviews. I hope we get more Wish sets. Gosh, I wish these were minifigures, because I need an Asha and Magnifico minifigure yesterday. Please, Lego. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.